Welcome back, my magical star beings. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at how he sees you. Now, you can either choose your pile based off your zodiac, his zodiac, which is in the thumbnail, or you can choose the pile you're most drawn to. So for pile 1, we have Larimar with the moon. Then for pile 2, we have purple agate with the 6 of swords. And for pile 3, we have Carnelian with the wheel of fortune. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I will see you at your reading. If you'd like to support the channel by watching the sponsored segments of the video that's coming up now, I would appreciate it. So I will see you at your reading. I'll try to be as accurate as I can, but it is a bit tricky when reading for the collective. If you want something more personal, you can always check in with a psychic for a more in-depth description. Speaking of which, I tried a clairvoyant from Psychic Source, and yes, they're sponsoring today's video. Thank you, Psychic Source. I got matched with a clairvoyant through their site, and honestly, I wasn't expecting her to be that accurate. I gave her no personal info, just asked about my future love life, and somehow she instantly picked up that I'm already in a relationship. She literally said, "Why are you asking about the future without mentioning him?" I was literally speechless, but then I remembered that's kind of what I do too. Still a shocking experience to be on the receiving end of it. She described my future partner as someone who makes me really happy, with great communication and bond that can handle anything. But the part that really stuck with me, she said she saw my future husband giving me purple flowers. A few weeks later, nothing happened, so I kind of forgot about it. Then we saw a tattoo promo on Instagram. My boyfriend sent me his ideas so I can book, and boom, a purple flower. Not a bouquet, but I'm definitely taking that as a sign. You can chat with gifted advisors however you're most comfortable, phone, video, or even text. Setting up my account on their website was super easy, and they have this quick little quiz that helps you find a psychic based on what you're looking for, whether it's love, past lives, energy readings, whatever. It made the whole process really personal and intentional. What sets them apart is the level of care and integrity. Only 2% of their applicants actually become advisors, so you know you're speaking to someone who's truly gifted and held to high ethical standards. And they back everything up with a no risk guarantee. If you're not happy with your last paid reading, it's free. For a limited time, you can use my code Siren at psychicsource.com when checking out, or you can just click the link in my description box below at trypsychicsource.com/siren. You'll get up to 40 minutes with an advisor for just $19.80. That's up to a $240 value. You don't have to use it all in one session. You can spread those minutes out across multiple advisors to see who you truly resonate with. They also donate 1% of your purchase to charity at no extra cost to you. Oh, and yes, I do get paid for this promo, so when you sign up with Psychic Source, you're feeding a perpetually hungry, slightly dramatic psychic, that'd be me, and funding my next impulsive crystal purchase. As you can see, the channel needs some new crystals, but that's all for now. Thank you again to Psychic Source for sponsoring today's video. Pile 1, we're starting your reading off at 1444 on the clock. You chose the Larimar crystal and the moon card. We're going to be taking a look at how he sees you, so you can keep him in mind while I shuffle your cards. Spirit guides of pile number 1, please tap me into the energy of the person on their mind. Please show me, how does he see my pile 1s? How does he see pile 1? So firstly, the moon can show that he sees you as somebody that's private, sensitive, but also maybe a little bit mysterious. We also have the Hermit here. The moon is Cancer energy, the Hermit Virgo. Then we have the Knight of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And we have the King of Swords. I'm also seeing Sagittarius energy, and we will get more zodiacs and initials later on. What I'm seeing with you is that he sees you as this type of person that is protective over your friends, over those you love. You're coming across as somebody that's sensitive yet emotionally stable. And your presence seems kind of comforting to him. I feel like he sees you as a person with a lot of depth, and he sees a lot of depth in your connection. Feels very connected to you in some way with the moon, maybe even on an intuitive or spiritual level. He tries to read you but sees you as unpredictable. Some of you may have this cuteness or adorability about you in the way that you look, according to him, and I'm seeing like big doe eyes. Or eyes that are just cute in nature. I'm also seeing doll-like features. And somebody that's cute and almost like a girly girl. I'm also seeing lips that kind of have a poutiness or heart-shaped kind of shape to it. There's an innocence in your personality and in your face, in your eyes, I guess. There's something about having a softer voice. I feel the energy of somebody that's soft-spoken, maybe a little bit shy, a little bit more reserved. That's how he sees you. He sees it as like you guys mirror each other a lot, and he sees you as very mature for your age. There's something about you just surprising him in the best possible ways, either literally surprising him or you just surprise him with your behavior in a good way. He does see you as a little bit intimidating, but there's almost like this energy coming from him of like, I want to chase after you. He may see you as a little bit more introverted, somebody that's okay with being by yourself, spending time by yourself. You also have gone on a journey of self-introspection, getting to know yourself. You know who you are. And there's something also about you being self-aware. Knowing how to take accountability and grow and learn from your own behavior. You've possibly been wounded before, but you're finding a way to find inner wholeness and healing. Possibly by people that maybe betrayed you, because I feel the energy of betrayal, like in your past, a betrayal wound. I think he sees your wounds, wants to protect you and almost keep you safe and kiss your wounds in a way, make you feel better. He sees you as somebody that does have a little bit of a kinky, naughtier side to you in the bedroom. He sees you as somebody romantic, soft, and charming. You're probably someone that just loves love. You're possibly also just very good at your words, very good at saying the right things to him that kind of seem romantic and heartfelt. He sees you as somebody that is secure within yourself, doesn't need validation from other people or necessarily him, even though you maybe like compliments, words of affirmation, and just reassurance. You don't necessarily need anybody's validation. I'm seeing somebody that's free-spirited, carefree, is bold and able to take risks. And I'm also seeing somebody that's quite honest and intelligent, both emotionally intelligent and logically intelligent. He sees you as somebody that's both grounded and emotional and deep and also spiritual. But you know how to have balance and view spiritual or deep discussions from a grounded place, from a logical place too. There's critical thinking skills here. You're possibly very observant, able to read his moods and emotions and know when something's off with him, and he kind of just sees your energy as soothing in a way. You make him feel better whenever he's feeling down. When he first met you, he may have seen you as somebody that is almost unapproachable, out of his league, you're out of his league. I don't know how to, I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, sorry, but there's almost like this energy of, I feel like you're too good to be true. Like, you're unattainable in a way. That's how he saw you when he first met you. I think it's you're out of his league, if I'm correct. I'm also seeing a lot of bows in my mind's eye. I don't know if someone here wears a lot of bows or has kind of like a coquette aesthetic. I'm seeing like long flowy hair within the cards, thick hair that is kind of voluminous in a way. He sees you as somebody that is independent, like this independent type of woman that loves love, is a lover girl, but doesn't necessarily need a man by her side to survive or to feel happy. Like, you're okay with being on your own, and you have your own, maybe independence in the sense of finances. Even if you have him kind of provide for you, maybe you still make smart decisions with your money where you have like some kind of backup plan, or maybe you have your own stream of income. Okay, so I'm also seeing this energy of him feeling like he's attracted to your intelligence. I'm picking up on him being a sapiosexual, and as I said that, I saw your spirit guide, so I'll take that as confirmation. They were kind of like right next to me on this side of the desk. Like next to the desk. He sees you as confident, courageous, unafraid to do or say things that you really mean and that are on your mind. But you still come across as somebody that's like down to earth to him. Even though there's a confidence here, there's no big ego. He sees you as somebody that may be emotionally guarded, but due to good reasons. And you let your guard down when you feel reassured and when a person's actions are aligning with their words and when they seem honest. I keep seeing him be protective over you. He also sees you as somebody that is calm, even calm under pressure or in stressful situations, and even social situations that may be a little bit more stressful or difficult. Like if you're in drama, like you know how to stay calm under that. There's just this energy of like emotional intelligence, you knowing how to stay calm in all situations, even when you're going through the most. And he wants to be there by your side to support you when you are going through that, to know that you don't have to be strong with him. You can let your guard down. And of course, still have boundaries. He respects that, but he just wants to emotionally support you in some way. You also make him feel calm and make him feel comfortable and at ease. He just feels comfortable around you. He feels like he can be himself around you. He sees you as real and genuine. How else does he see my pile number ones? We have the Two of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands. And we have the King of Cups. I heard the word passive. I'm getting that you're somebody that makes decisions very quickly with the Two of Swords next to the Eight of Wands, and maybe you make decisions based off how you feel with the King of Cups next to the Two of Swords, Eight of Wands. This is not an impulsive energy though. This is just like, oh, I must make my move. I must take this opportunity before it goes away kind of energy. He sees you as someone that makes good decisions for your life, is decisive, maybe knows what you want. He also sees you as somebody that talks fast, walks fast, make sure you do things in a time-efficient way, make sure you get things done. He sees you as someone very productive with a busy life, and you keep yourself busy and entertained. Like, there's an independence here in the sense of even when he's busy, you keep yourself busy or entertained with like your own hobbies or your own work or goals so that you have things to focus on outside the connection. There's independence in that sense too, where sometimes you guys give yourself space, allow yourselves to do your own thing, but there is also a clinginess here where when you are around each other. But I don't think he necessarily views it in a bad way. I think he secretly likes it. He sees you as very affectionate and he loves your affection. He just loves feeling so close with you. He does admire you and your traits, and he sees you as somebody he would want to bring home to his parents. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I heard the word hypersexual, but kind and giving as well. I'm seeing like somebody that's giving to everybody. And somebody that's like thoughtful, has the acts of service love language. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I'm hearing heaven sent, so he views you as a blessing to him. Like the kind of relationship from God, or the kind of relationship that's a blessing if he's not religious. He also sees you as very honest, fair, and balanced, because I'm seeing the Justice card energy in my mind's eye. We could also have Libra energy here with that. And he also sees you as someone with great morals and values. There's also something about your emotions being intense, and you're kind of somebody that can go from 0 to 100 real fast, and maybe you're self-aware of that, where you know you can be like that, and that's why you try to stay calm and not let your emotions let yourself react too quickly to things, if that makes sense. With the Knights of Pentacles at the back of the deck, he sees you as consistent, dependable, somebody that keeps your promises and your word. You're not someone that, is wishy-washy or hot and cold. He feels like he can trust you and depend on you. And he wants to be dependable to you too. There's deeper feelings here with both the King of Cups and the Moon. And he feels like the more he's gotten to know you, the more he's gotten to know himself in this connection. Like you've helped him discover parts of himself in this connection. There's loyalty here, and he knows to never question it. Like, there's the kind of loyalty where he doesn't even need to question or doubt it. He feels as though you two are inseparable in some way. He likes your lashes. He thinks they're very long. He also likes the way you do your nails. I'm seeing like stiletto nails that have like darker color schemes. But even if you don't do that specific nail style, I'm just seeing nails in my mind's eye. So he could like the way you do your nails. He could view you as someone that's very playful, almost like brings his inner child out, makes him feel like a kid again. He feels comfortable around you in the sense where you guys can just like be casual together, dress casual, cuddle in your pajamas. It's not like, don't get me wrong, like if you're going on a date, obviously you're gonna dress nicer together, but like when you're just hanging out together and it's just a chilled vibe, it's like he feels comfortable to just be like himself in the sense where he doesn't necessarily need to go out of his way to impress you. Like, don't get me wrong, he still wants to impress you, especially in moments where it matters, but there's almost just this energy of, I can be my true self in front of you. My most natural self, my most unfiltered self. He feels very lucky to have a person like you in his life. He also feels supported by you. Like when he makes decisions for his own life, you're supportive of them. You're also supportive of his goals, his career, which he appreciates. He may sometimes feel misunderstood, but not by you. You're like one of the few people that he feels understood by. And he feels as though he can share anything with you, secrets, deeper things that he wouldn't necessarily share with others, and even insecurities. I do think sometimes his insecurities come out like, what if I'm not good enough? But he sees you as somebody that always makes him feel good enough, even when those insecurities arise. He likes the fact that when you get male attention from other men, you always say that you're taken. Maybe he witnessed you doing that, or you told him about a moment another man approached you and you said you were taken. I see him like inside wanting to jump up and down, almost like scream in excitement, like, yes, she is so loyal to me kind of energy. Obviously, he didn't do that in real life, but I see him being so happy that you like reject people for him. Or he kind of assumes that if that didn't actually happen. He sees you as someone that reminds him to do little things he may forget, things he needs to do every day. I'm also seeing Pisces energy in my mind's eye. And he sees you as a little bit unhinged in the best way, like in a funny way, not in a bad way. Like you guys can kind of be silly together and like show your weird sides of yourselves to each other, if that makes sense. I think he is scared to get hurt, but he knows that you would never hurt him. He also sees you as someone that's extremely talented. I'm seeing someone play a piano. You don't have to play the piano, but someone here could. But overall, I'm just seeing some kind of talent or skill that you have that he's wowed by or amazed by. He also sees you as someone that makes your house a home. He sees you as somebody that's a great cook, but may not necessarily like cooking that much. Because I'm seeing someone that will cook but doesn't find it the most enjoyable. And he sees you as somebody that doesn't necessarily want to like act like his mother in any way. Like the kind of energy of like, I'm not gonna do your laundry, I'm not gonna like be your mother and like nag you, you know? Maybe there's some things you would do for him like once in a while, or maybe a lot, but you're not gonna become one of those women that are like taken advantage of in the sense where the man has like, what is it called? When he like never does chores or like picks up things around the house. I don't know if you live with this man because I'm like picking up on that. Or if he just sees that you're like that, like you wouldn't just do everything around the house and let him do nothing. You know what I mean? Oh, the word is weaponized incompetence. I couldn't think of it in the moment, but yeah. He kind of sees you as the type of woman that like would hold him accountable for things and not just let things slide. He also sees you as someone that would cut him off if he didn't act right, which he respects and admires because it shows that you know your worth. You're caring, but you won't allow yourself to be taken advantage of with your kindness. Okay, so now let's go ahead and pull some zodiacs and initials. I'm hoping to get yours or his for extra confirmation. I'm seeing this energy of showing up even when you don't feel like it. And maybe that's why he views you as like very dependable. Also, when I put the tarot deck down, like I dropped a whole bunch of cards. So I'm taking that as a message that maybe some of you could be like a little bit clumsy. Yeah, if you like this reading so far and you resonate with it, I do have a membership where I post weekly. Let me know how this resonated down in the comments below. Okay, so we have Aquarius. He also sees you as somebody that always wants to do right by people. And you try to not let your emotions get the better of you. Cancer, or your ego or pride. Scorpio, and he even sees you as somebody that tries to be cordial with people you don't like. Capricorn, he respects that about you. Pisces, and Libra. I love that Cancer was confirmed here. I think I mentioned Pisces, I'm not sure. We have K, G. I think I might be part of this pile as well, because both Aquarius and Pisces showed up for me. Those are my placements. K, G, R, I, M, B, Q, O, L, W, D. I'm hearing that song Put Me in Chanel. Maybe he sees you as somebody he would want to spoil. D, X, Y, H, and T. And he sees you in the light of like, don't get me wrong, she's so sweet or they're so sweet, but they're not one to mess with. They're dangerous to mess with. We also have the word hot showing up here. So he may see you as hot and cute, since we did mention cuteness. Okay, so that is where I'm going to leave your reading. I do hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time. Pile 2, you chose the purple agate crystal and the Six of Swords card. We're going to be taking a look at how he sees you, so you can keep him in mind while I shuffle your cards. So for some reason I'm seeing Ariana Grande in my mind's eye. So maybe some of you have a resemblance to her or a specific celebrity. Or maybe you have some personality traits that are similar to her. Right now, in this Wicked era, she's kind of showing up as a little bit more graceful, wearing a lot of pink. Maybe some of you wear a lot of pink. Right now in this era, she's kind of like acting a lot more innocent and kind of like softer in a way. Okay, so let's get the cards. How does he see my pile number 2s? We have the Hierophant showing up reverse, the Sun card, and the Ace of Pentacles. One more card, please, Spirit. Oh my gosh. We have the Hanged Man. So I'll look at the rest of the cards that came out in a moment. We do have the Eight of Wands at the back of the deck. Okay, the Six of Swords tells me he sees you as the person that is changing him in some way for the better, bringing out the best version of him right now. Maybe you're pushing him to grow, get outside of his comfort zone, and become the best version of himself. But I'm feeling insecurities in my solar plexus. How I feel that is I feel like different wounds in different chakras. So sometimes in my readings when I'm like, I feel insecurities, that's why. I feel the wound in the solar plexus. So that just means that sometimes he feels like he's not good enough for you. Sometimes he worries that he won't be able to measure up to you. Sometimes he worries that you outgrow him, because the Six of Swords can represent a person that's always growing, becoming a better version of themselves, and currently going through huge transformations. Maybe you're going through some kind of transitional phase in your life where you're changing as a person, so maybe his perspective of you is changing as a result of your inner transformations. And so I guess he's afraid of losing you, or afraid of not amounting to the potential he knows you see in him. Because he knows that you see his best potential and you always strive to bring it out in him and others. Like, you see the best in people and you try to bring it out of them. But some people may not see that potential in themselves. He sees you as a very wise person, somebody that sees things in a higher perspective. And he also sees you as optimistic, radiant, uplifting, somebody that makes him smile, somebody that makes him happy. Maybe he also loves to see you smile, loves to see you happy, and sees you as somebody that's currently happy at this phase of your life, content, fulfilled. I'm seeing somebody that's a shopaholic, or somebody that just loves to buy things for themselves. When he first met you, he thought you would break his heart. Because I'm hearing that song, She's a Man-Eater. by Nelly Furtado, but as he got to know you, he saw that was opposite from truth. I think when he met you, he just saw you as so physically attractive that he almost thought you would break his heart. He sees you as somebody that just makes him happy, and he thinks that you're also happy in this connection. He sees you almost like sunshine in human form. You brighten and uplift his day and his mood. You may be the type of person that tries to give people the benefit of the doubt or tries to see things in the most positive perspective, even when it's difficult, even when there are worries or fears. He may see you as more of a casual type of relationship type of person. With the Hierophant reverse, there may be this fear of commitment, or maybe you're not ready to commit yet or settle down yet. But I feel like he's happy with the agreement that you made. Because you must have made like some kind of agreement here. With the Fool coming out, I get that maybe for a lot of you this is a new connection where you're both just seeing where things go. You haven't like made any huge commitments yet, and you're kind of just maybe keeping it casual, lighthearted. That's not to say it won't ever move to the next level, but he kind of just sees it as like, oh, we've both agreed to keep it casual, to keep it lighthearted, and he kind of sees you as like a companion to him, someone he could be friends with for a long time. He feels like not only do you guys have like romance and chemistry together, but you guys also have a friendship. So that's very beautiful. And the Magician reverse with the Fool is making me think, according to the context of what we're speaking about, that maybe you've both agreed to not necessarily rush into a relationship or create a relationship yet until you're both sure that this is what you want. But that doesn't mean that with time that can't happen, because he does see potential here for something to change in your connection, and he does feel like he would even wait for you, wait until you're ready with the Hanged Man. There's this unfamiliarity in the best way. And why this is coming through as a good thing is because this person noticed that people he dated that seemed familiar and seemed like the safe choice at the time before he met you always turned out to be people that kind of mirrored his wounds from childhood. But now he kind of like wanted to look for somebody different than what he usually goes for, like in personality. And what I'm seeing here is maybe that you're more of his physical type, and he never thought he would be able to be with a woman like you. Not in a bad way, in the sense of like, I never thought a woman like you would even like pay attention to me or look my direction. It kind of feels like it took a lot of courage and boldness for him to even like get outside of his comfort zone and take a risk to kind of like shoot his shot with you, because he thought you would never have paid attention to him. So there's this kind of feeling of like, what do you even see in me? Like, he usually went for the type of person that almost seemed like they would like him back, but maybe wasn't his usual type. Does that make sense? Like, he kind of just sees you as exactly his type and almost like the best of the best, that you're almost like inaccessible in some way. Does that make sense? He's also heard certain rumors about you that he wonders if it's true, and he hasn't made that his perception of you, but he just kind of is curious as to if it's true or not. Let me see if I can tap into what the rumors are, but I don't want to go too off topic. It has to do with something that maybe happened to you that wasn't the best, like something that you did not expect, something that almost felt like a tower moment. He sees you as someone that's lighthearted, fun to be around, spontaneous, a pleasure to have in his life. He also sees you as somebody that is responsible, I hear, but can also be a good time. You're maybe somebody that is a little bit more rebellious. You don't conform to society's rules or what other people think you should do with your life. Like, you're gonna make your own decisions for yourself and you don't care what anybody else thinks. He thirsts over you a lot. He feels like he desperately needs you in some way, but he tries to hide the fact that he feels that way. We have the Nine of Swords reverse. We have the Seven of Pentacles. I'm hearing you're perfect. How do you even exist? Queen of Wands, the Emperor, and the Two of Wands. He thinks that you've gone through some kind of heartbreak, because I feel heartbreak in my heart chakra, but that you're working on healing it, or you're working through any kind of heartbreak you went through. He feels chosen and prioritized by you. Even if you're just like taking it casual right now, he does feel that way. He also sees you as someone he could have potential to be with for a long time. But he also doesn't want to put too much pressure on you or scare you away. So he keeps that to himself. There's certain things he wants to say to you, but he keeps to himself, not out of secretiveness, but out of fear that it would scare you away. Because it almost feels too early or too soon to say these things. Does that make sense? Like, imagine somebody liking you so much, but not wanting to come on too strong. That's the kind of energy that's felt here from me. He does see you as a hard worker, and he sees you as somebody that puts in a lot of effort. And you're also able to take risks, get outside of your comfort zone. He sees you as somebody that's confident, knows your worth, and is very sexy with the Queen of Wands. I always see Queen of Wands as like the hot, sexy woman. There's also this energy of putting effort into yourself and your relationships, putting effort into looking good. Maybe he sees you as a little bit high maintenance in a good way, where it's like you take care of yourself, you put effort into yourself, you love yourself. There's something about like constantly reintroducing yourself to the world. He thinks you have very beautiful eyes, and he likes your nose as well. Specifically, I'm seeing like an upturned nose, but doesn't have to be that. I'm seeing like a wider upturned nose. I'm also seeing fuller cheekbones, fuller cheeks, a glow to your skin. There's like this healthy look to your skin, a flushed look to your cheeks. I don't know if it's like because of blush or if it's just like naturally like that. He loves the way your body looks. And he sees you as someone he would want to provide for, protect. He fears losing you because he knows that someone like you doesn't just like come around every other day. Like, it's rare to find a person like you. He also sees you as someone that has a plan for where you want to be in life, and you're focused on creating your own stability and your own independence. There's something about you smelling good. I'm smelling a scent that feels kind of like woody and a little bit spicy. I'm not smelling like a sweet scent. I'm finding it hard to describe the scent I'm smelling, but it feels kind of grounding in a way. He loves your smile. He thinks you have like a big, beautiful smile. And he's so attracted to your body. Like, I hope I'm not making you uncomfortable by saying this, but I'm seeing it in my mind's eye. He loves the way your body looks when you're naked, if you've ever been intimate with him, or he imagines that he would like it if that hasn't happened yet. He sees you as someone that is creative, organized, has your life together, but you're still fun in some way. He may also see you as physically put together, like in the way you dress and carry yourself. He sees you also as someone that knows how to pick your battles wisely. You know when to speak and when to almost stay quiet in certain situations and wait for the right time to speak about that thing. I'm talking about situations where maybe it's like we're having a difficult conversation with somebody, or we want to say something and confront a situation. So, for example, let's say you're wanting to confront a situation with a person and you can see that they're maybe not in the best mood to be able to receive it. So you wait a little bit so that when you do approach them, they can be receptive to it. He sees you as someone he wants to take steps towards, and he kind of feels like he shouldn't rush things with you, but at the same time, he kind of doesn't want to take it too slow where somebody else catches your attention first. He kind of like wants to almost do something big to impress you in some way, but he also doesn't want to scare you away by making it seem too big. Does that make sense? Like whatever gesture he does for you, he wants it to be kind of grandiose, but not in a way that's too much that feels like love bombing or feels like it would scare you away. And I don't think his intention is to love bomb you, but I think he's just afraid to lose you before anything even gets off the ground. He sees you as someone that always has good gossip, entertaining stories to tell, and he sees you as someone he would want to spoil by taking you out on like expensive fancy dates, because I'm seeing you two at like a fancy restaurant together. So he sees you as the type of person he would want to do that for. You wear the cutest shoes ever, and I'm seeing this energy of you being strict with your boundaries. There is a little bit of stubbornness here, but it's kind of like he sees it in a good way of like you won't change your mind on something you planned in your head. You won't like let a person cross your boundaries or talk you out of your boundaries or something. And there's even boundaries with work, like if you're supposed to be finishing at a certain time, you're not going to be like staying later than that. That's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye specifically. He also watches you heavily and maybe stares at you a lot, watches you on social media. I'm seeing a plane in my mind's eye, so maybe he sees you as someone that travels a lot or wants to travel. We have Taurus energy showing up, Aries energy, as well as Pisces, as well as Virgo and Gemini, and maybe Sagittarius. We will get more zodiacs in a few minutes, but let me just see what else I can get clairvoyantly. Okay, this is going to sound not weird, not strange, but again, I think he doesn't want to tell you because he doesn't want to scare you away. That same theme keeps showing up. There's something about him seeing signs of you everywhere, and it's almost in a way that is a little bit uncanny, where it's not even a coincidence at this point. Like, he's seen so many signs of you that it just follows him everywhere, where he can't even ignore it. He doesn't know what to make of it or what to think of it, but he wonders if there's some kind of significance, if he was meant to meet you in some way. He wonders what it means. He also sees you as somebody that's intellectual. When you are learning something, you take notes on what you're learning. You don't just like try to remember it. He sees that as hot, like how intellectual you are. He also assumes or thinks that you went through something and you healed and you kind of moved to calmer waters in some way. Because I'm actually seeing the Six of Swords boat in my mind's eye, like the imagery in the Rider-Waite tarot. And I'm seeing something about you just being so strong that like nothing could break you down. You're always going to get back up and try again. He finds it quite inspiring in a way. You make him feel free and kind of like lighthearted. And he doesn't ever want to control you or be possessive over you. I see this energy of like, I want to appreciate what we have and appreciate you without ever making you feel trapped. The imagery Spirit is showing me in my mind's eye is, imagine we see a beautiful butterfly. We're not trying to catch the butterfly and keep it for ourselves. Or imagine we see beautiful roses. We're not trying to pick the rose. We're allowing the rose to bloom there. You know what I mean? So I'm seeing that metaphorically in my mind, which makes me think that he kind of just admires you and doesn't want to like, he doesn't want to like come in this energy of like trying to be possessive or controlling or make you feel like trapped or anything like that. Okay, so now I'm going to remove these cards and take a look at zodiacs and initials. I'm hoping to get yours or his. I'm also smelling cleaning products, so he may see you as like very neat, clean in your environment. You always have your home looking neat and tidy. I see him wanting to tell you something and then forgetting what he was going to say. I don't know how that's significant to the reading, but that's what I see in my mind's eye. If you like this reading so far and you want to see more exclusive content of mine, I do have a membership where I post weekly. Also, let me know how this has resonated for you so far in the comments below. Okay, so the imagery I'm seeing in my mind's eye, I'm seeing Snow White when she eats the apple, the poisonous apple, and it's like Snow White's future self. This didn't happen in Snow White, but this is how I'm seeing it in my mind's eye. Her future self comes back to the past to warn her not to eat the apple. So I'm getting this feeling that maybe some of you have these gut feelings sometimes of not to do something, not to do something. It's like you have certain gut feelings and it's like your future self trying to warn you. I don't think he would know that, but I guess it's just like a separate message for you to trust your gut feelings because it may be coming from like a future version of yourself, not in the sense of time travel or anything magical like that, but in the sense of your future self already saw the outcome, so is maybe trying to warn you through that gut feeling. So we have Sagittarius, Libra, Pisces, and Gemini. Maybe he just sees you as somebody that always trusts your gut feelings and you always turn out correct in that sense. Aquarius, Scorpio, and Capricorn. So we have some similar zodiacs to pile 1. Okay, we have E, B, D, Q, Y, X, I, J. There's something about your words and the way you speak to him that just feels comforting and reassuring in some way, even when you don't ask for it. I, J, O, I again, G, R, M, O, K. I'm also picking up on a lot of sexual attraction, but him not wanting to come on too strong, and Z. So that is all I have for you. I really hope this reading resonated. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I can't wait to see you next time. Pile 3, you chose the Carnelian crystal and the Wheel of Fortune. We're going to be taking a look at how he sees you, so you can keep it in mind while I shuffle. So as I tap into the energy, I'm seeing Beyonce in like this sparkly bodysuit, and her legs just look very gorgeous like in this bodysuit because it's like kind of showing her legs, and her legs look kind of like longer. Her thighs look very curvy in a way and gorgeous. So I don't know, maybe you have thicker thighs or nice legs or something like that, and he's drawn to it. So we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Five of Pentacles reverse, the Five of Cups, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. So there's something about him seeing you as the type of person that is very busy. It's like you have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulder. I feel the kind of Ten of Wands energy literally on my back. Like, I feel like there's something heavy on my back as I'm in the energy, like something's weighing me down. So he kind of wonders if anything is weighing you down at the moment, if you need help with anything, if you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed out by responsibilities at the moment. He wants you to know that you don't have to carry this alone, but he doesn't exactly know how to communicate this or how to say it to you in the best way. He wants you to feel supported by him. And he wants you to know that anything you need, you can go to him. Like, you don't have to keep your needs hidden with the Five of Pentacles reverse. You can ask him for what you need or what you want, and he will gladly give it to you if he can, or he will try to. So he sees you as the type of person that he wants to give to, that he wants to be generous to, he wants to support you, and he wants to help you when you're feeling overwhelmed. He also wants to go above and beyond for you and just make you feel fulfilled in some way, make you feel like you're getting everything you want and need from this connection. He doesn't ever want to disappoint you or make you feel like he's not doing enough. With the Wheel of Fortune, he feels like he was fated to meet you. This feels divine, this connection, fated, spiritual in some way. With this energy coming up, he might also see you as a soulmate, if he believes in that, or someone that feels somewhat like that. He sees potential in this connection, and he's very, very attracted to you. Things just feel right with you. Things feel easy in the best way. Like, it doesn't feel like he has to force the connection with you or force things to move forward. It feels like everything is happening and flowing as it should. It feels like you two clicked when you first met immediately, and it feels very easy to talk to you and to get to know you. It just feels right. That's the feeling I'm getting with the Wheel of Fortune. In a love reading, I see the Wheel of Fortune as something that feels right, something that feels like the one if we had to like make it more serious. But it doesn't have to be that if you're not that serious with this person yet. But maybe this person sees it as like you guys have potential to get to that place. The Wheel of Fortune reverse in a love reading can be like somebody that's not the one, where it's like we're almost trying to force it to work when it isn't working. The Wheel of Fortune can also indicate that he feels lucky to have a person like you in his life. And that's just how I read the cards in my own way. He sees you as a little bit dramatic, but he likes it. He sees you as somebody that is going after big opportunities right now, and you're trying to gain more information or study or do courses or just gain more information to kind of better your financial situation so that you don't have to be in a place of lack financially. And maybe you're also trying to learn from previous losses or learn from things that didn't go your way so that you can better yourself and your financial situation. He can tell that you've been disappointed a lot, that you've always gave and maybe didn't receive much back, that some have taken advantage of your kindness, and he wants to be so generous with you where you will never have to feel that way with him. He sees you as somebody that's consistent, somebody that he can rely on and count on. He doesn't see you as somebody that's hot and cold or wishy-washy. It's like the effort he receives from you is constant. He sees you as somebody that's in touch with your emotions, able to express your care and able to express disappointments. You don't hide when you're feeling sad or hide your emotions from people or him. How else does he see my pile number 3s? We have the Six of Wands. We have the Eight of Cups. And we have the Sun with the Nine of Swords reverse. I'm seeing somebody that's an animal lover, has a lot of pets or a pet. There's strong Leo energy showing up here in this pile, or Leo moon energy, Leo rising. I'm also seeing Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. We will get more zodiac signs later on though. What I am seeing right now is a kind of bluntness that is funny. Like, I'm seeing you just point out something that everybody else is thinking but too afraid to say, and it may be funny. Like, you may have a good sense of humor, you may be funny even like without trying, like with the things you say. Sometimes he's afraid that you would leave him for somebody more successful, or that you would leave him for somebody like more powerful in some way, like financially or career wise. He sees you as somebody that's confident, loves yourself. He sees you as somebody that could have success one day, has potential to make it to a place of success. He also sees you as somebody that is happy, cheerful, positive, but that sometimes you overthink a lot or get stressed out easily, especially with high expectations on yourself. He thinks you're at a place right now where you're trying to find happiness within without relying on external achievements to feel happy. Don't get me wrong, you're still going towards the achievements you want, but you're not trying to rely on it for your fulfillment or happiness. And that's what I'm getting from the Six of Wands, Eight of Cups, the Sun. So how else does he see pile 3? We have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Hanged Man. So I see dreaminess with this pile. I see that he thinks you're the type of person that will just cut people out of your life if they're not treating you right. I see this energy of like holding yourself and others to a high standard, but it being valid because you bring a lot of value yourself too. He sees you as somebody that he has compatibility with, he can make it work with. Like, he sees potential in this connection working out, and you two being able to cohabitate together and be around each other and not be incompatible in any way. He sees you as strong and resilient, and you try to always be positive no matter what you're going through. He sees you as somebody that makes wise decisions when it comes to what you want to do in your career, when it comes to opportunities. You're coming across as kind of like a people's person to him, more extroverted, and he sees you as a fun time to be around. He sees you as somebody that's irreplaceable, and he genuinely enjoys the time spent with you. He feels like this connection makes him very happy. Being around you makes him very happy with the Sun, and he knows that he could never find another you. There's some kind of restraint here in your energy, some kind of like personal boundaries where you don't cross other people's boundaries. You don't cross their boundaries with physical space. Maybe you kind of just keep to yourself, mind your business. You're focusing on what's important. You don't have time to kind of look at another person and judge another person because you're focusing on your own life. He possibly sees you as somebody that's a foodie. I'm seeing Aries energy in my mind's eye. I'm seeing like a very relaxed person, laid back kind of person. I'm also seeing someone that like wants to eat food from different cultures, try different like foods. Someone that's maybe like open-minded. He sees you as comforting in some way. And you may also like to dress in a comfortable, casual way. You like to look nice and kind of stand out, because there's still this energy of like, I want to stand out. I want people to notice me. I like the attention from others. But still wanting to be comfortable in some way. He may see you as somebody that's kind of like mean or rejectful to men, especially like men that are like not taking no for an answer, keeping on trying to like talk to you even after you rejected them. He sees you as somebody that like doesn't easily trust men. I'm seeing somebody that likes to collect a whole lot of things to do with beauty. Like maybe somebody that has like a whole makeup collection or perfume collection, or they have a lot of different clothes. I'm also seeing a great fashion style and sense. As I say great fashion style and sense, I'm seeing the lady from Clueless, the main character, and she was iconic and known for her fashion style. So maybe that's kind of how he sees you. And if you Google the personality traits of the main character, maybe that can tell you a little bit into like how he sees you. I'm even seeing like Chanel in my mind's eye, so maybe there's like an expensive taste or just liking certain luxury brands. I'm seeing somebody that like cares for the environment and cares for animals, doesn't want animals to kind of like be treated in an unfair way or in a wrong way. Someone that advocates for social justice as well. He thinks you have a little bit of a nerdy side that's cute. That you're possibly somebody that like reads a lot of books. You're always prepared like the day before. So let's say you have a meeting at work. You're going to make sure everything's prepared before you even step foot into that office. Or let's say there's like an event coming up. You're cooking maybe the night before. Or let's say you're going somewhere. You're picking your outfit out the night before. There's something about like preparedness in that sense. Even if it's not as per the examples I mentioned, that's just what I'm seeing in my mind's eye. He sees you as somebody that's nurturing, kind. And he also sees you as someone he can celebrate with, have a good time with. I'm seeing like you two drink together and like have a good time in that sense. Like I'm seeing you two open up a bottle of champagne or wine together. Oh, oh my gosh. Okay, so in my mind's eye, I'm seeing like an engagement ring. So maybe he sees you as marriage material. There's also something about the bags you wear, the handbags you wear that are fashionable and kind of match the vibe of your outfit. Maybe not everything in your outfits is practical, but it looks good. So what I mean by not practical is like I'm seeing somebody, for example, dress in like this dress that kind of like has like an oceany theme or coastal theme, like mermaidy almost. And then she has like a shell purse. Maybe it's not the most practical, but it matches the outfit. It matches the vibe. Obviously, I'm not saying people in this pile dress that way, but that's just, again, the example I'm seeing in my mind's eye. I'm seeing somebody that's competitive in the sense of when you're playing some kind of board game or card game, you always want to win. And when you win, you get so excited. There is also like a possessive energy here of like, when you're with me, you're mine. You better not be talking to other women kind of energy, like you keeping your eye on him in that sense. He finds it cute that you care a lot. And he would never want to hurt you in any way. Don't take this personally, but he just doesn't want you to like jump to conclusions, is what I'm hearing. Men and them saying women jump to conclusions. I don't like when they say that, but it's what I'm picking up on. The reason I'm saying that is because I've heard a lot of men say that before, and now I'm hearing it in my mind from him. But I do get that he doesn't want to like hurt you in any way. Okay, anything else, Spirit? I'm seeing somebody that's romantic, somebody that almost like tries to make the vibe romantic. Like, if you're going to have dinner with him, you want like candles, you want like the experience and the vibe to be romantic and not just low effort or boring. Like, maybe you like grandiose gestures, gestures that show a little bit of extraness, that they put the time and effort to actually do that for you. Maybe you can be a little bit extra yourself, but he likes that. And that's not a thing of shade. I'm seeing it in a good way where it's like you flaunt that trait that you have. I'm hearing the name Tyrone for someone, and he sees it as he shot his shot with you and he's had his eye on you ever since. He sees it as like, I planned all of this. Like, I wanted this to happen. I've wanted you since the beginning. That's how he sees you. So let's now go ahead and pull some zodiacs and initials. I'm hoping to get yours or his. Okay, so if you like this reading so far and you want to check out my memberships, I do post a weekly video on there. He sees you as like this excitable person as well. I'm getting this energy of like, I could be best friends with you, Taurus, but also date you, Libra. While him feeling that way, Scorpio, Capricorn, Sagittarius. There's a transparency and openness with you, Aquarius, Gemini. And I'm seeing something about clearing up confusion or miscommunications when they do happen, Aries. I got a little bit too many zodiacs and putting the one back. We have C, Z. He thinks you're a heartthrob. I, like you literally make his heart throb. IR, D, O, A, B. I also see him wanting to protect you in situations if another person disrespects you. Q, K, J. And he never wants you to believe anything bad about yourself. Like, no matter what another person told you, he wants you to never believe that about yourself. J, M, Y, T, X, E, and G. He also sees you as somebody he could never get over. Like, if you had to leave, you would be the one that got away. So that is where I'm going to leave your reading. I do hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time.